Hey guys, and welcome back to Smart Money Minds. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over the top 3 books that I need you all to read because these books will change your mind about money and work forever. I know most people probably haven't read a book since high school, like Catcher in the Rye or Animal Farm. Spoiler alert, the pigs win. But, why read a good story when I can just watch Netflix? Oh wait, these are nonfiction books? Okay, wouldn't I just be bored? I might as well just go watch YouTube instead. But I guarantee you that these books are either A, short and sweet, or B, actual mini interesting stories that put together into a book, so it's worth your time to look into them. Without further ado, let me tell you about book number 1. And it is Notes from a Friend by Tony Robbins. For those who don't know who Tony Robbins is, he's an international self-help star coach who has helped millions of people. And whether you are just getting to know him, you love him, or you hate him, he speaks a lot of truths in this small book, which is just over 100 pages. This small book teaches you how to take responsibility of your life no matter what happens. It explains how to focus your energy on what really matters and how to control the aspects of your life, even though a lot of things are out of your control. But it's telling you that today is going to be different than yesterday and that you have the power to change that. And that change can happen immediately as long as you decide to do so. Oftentimes, it is our fear that holds us back from doing anything significant in our lives. So this book will give you a kick in the butt in the right direction so that you can take back control of your life and your situations. This book is not just for financial education, but it's a book about how to live your life and how your small and big decisions that you're going to make is going to change yourself and how you view the world. And in the end, it's about how you can help others, and by doing so, how it improves your own life. So the second book that I highly recommend is this book here, which I have a copy, is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book goes into the basics of how we can have money work for us instead of what we've always thought is that us working for money. It explains the difference between how the rich and poor earn and spend their money, and just because that you start off as a poor person doesn't mean that it's too difficult to become wealthy. And once wealthy is, how do you keep that wealth with you? By being able to use our skills to our maximum potential, we can look into front-loading a lot of our work so that we can start making money passively. And once we start making money passively, how do we put it into assets and make it grow exponentially? Robert explains the assets that you need to start purchasing in order to build your financial empire. And are these assets generating you more money, or are they leaking money because they're just actually liabilities and that you think are assets? At the end of the day, this book is designed to give you a different viewpoint on how money works and how you can make money work for you so that you can do what you love or work because you want to work instead of you needing to work. So the third book that is perfect for this trio is the 4-Hour Workweek. And yes, it sounds ridiculous, 4 hours, but this book doesn't teach you to be lazy. It teaches you how to be efficient with your time and resources. With technology at our fingertips, it's absolutely possible to work less hours and just be smart about how we do work. It talks about how to front load our work so that we can create a product or service that can potentially feed us forever. Or how do we build systems that we can manage from afar or from overseas that generates money even though when we're sleeping? And these are some of the questions that it answers for us. One of my favorite part about this book is that it talks about the aftermath of after you made it, you actually achieved a 4-hour work week. What then? At one point, you'll just be so bored out of your mind taking pictures of meerkats in Africa that you'll actually want to do something with your life to contribute. Then you realize that money is not the final solution. It's just a means to give you the freedom that you want. And at that point, you really want to think about what it is that you truly want to spend your time on and your effort on, because money isn't the issue anymore. What is your soul calling you to do when money is no longer the issue? Or perhaps money was never the issue in the first place? The 4-Hour Workweek is definitely a much longer read. However, it's full of interesting stories from the author, Tim Ferriss, and it's a lot of personal experiences where he interviews people and he talks about what their experiences are and what their stories are. So it never gets boring. So if reading is really not your thing, which I can totally understand, I still recommend you to listen to the audiobook format of the book. I've posted 2 links down below for the 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss and also Rich Dad Poor Dad. I haven't been able to find the notes from a friend by Tony Robbins, but it's a relatively short book and I recommend you to actually read it just to get a feel of it. And lastly, in the comments section below, tell me what are some of the top books that you go to when you're feeling down, when you need some motivation, or when you just need a different viewpoint of life. Let me know in the comments below, tell me why they're important to you, and I'd love to hear more. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, you like my video, and then we'll see you next time.